the road, away from home. Must be nice to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be home. We've had a big period there where we had to be prepared to play anyone, anywhere, anytime, and thought we'd done a real good job. We performed well in Townsville, went to Brisbane, came back to Sydney, and then went Bundaberg, Auckland, and couldn't be prouder of the way the boys dealt with that and performed.
And that final position now locked in. How much of your plan is now looking ahead to
Not really. Obviously, there's some stuff around the finals that we're going to have to get used to, but our job stays the same. We just want to get better every day, and the boys have come in today with the right attitude to do that.
What would it mean to claim that top 4 spot?
It'd be all right, it'd be nice, but it's out of our control. We can't control that. I'm not going to worry about what other teams are doing, so all we're worried about is getting back home and playing at a core this week, which we're really excited about. Been away for a long time, so I'm very excited about that and want to do a few things better than what we did last week.
Does it feel like finals start now in some ways? Like you've got 2 games that you can wrap up the home final, which has been so crucial for you this year?
Yeah, it's got a bit of that finals weather about it today. It's been nice coming back to Sydney and getting that sort of feeling. So the main thing is that we just stay present and worry about Manly on Friday night. If you start looking too far ahead, that's when things can go wrong, and we won't be doing that.
Indulge me, look far ahead for a second though. Like you guys haven't lost a home game at Acor yet this year. Like how big would it be to ensure you play during week 1?
It'd be nice, but I think we've shown over the last 6 weeks that we are capable of playing anyone, anywhere, anytime. There was a lot of talk about our away record at the start of the season, which I wasn't too concerned about because we were playing really well and doing some things really well. We just weren't getting the result. But I think we've proved to ourselves and proved to everyone that we can play away from home and do a good job, and that gives us great confidence for the rest of the season.
And do you take in like the videos and stuff around Belmore when you guys, every week it's like a party out there? Is that something you take into the players, take that in?
Yeah, the boys see it after every game and they get quite excited by it. And for us, it's just good to realise we're inspiring people with the way we're playing and the style of footy we're playing, and our boys really thrive on that. And hopefully that grows over the next few weeks.
There'd be clubs or teams that haven't played much finals before, but that might become a bit of a weight of expectation for all of them. But the fact that like a number of your guys have played finals, you've got senior players in this club who have obviously played a lot of finals at Penrith and elsewhere. Do you feel like that kind of stops that being an issue or a challenge at all?
I think because our purpose has been really clear about why we want to play finals and why we want to get this club back to where it belongs, and it's a lot of that has been around inspiring our fan base, and I think we've done that of late. I think we're seeing more and more fans come out and support us and really getting the energy from those fans. So it's not an expectation to us. It's something we really value. It's really unique to our club, and we'll continue to enjoy that.
With all that in mind about the groundswell support around the club at the moment, like a top 4 finish is something that teams, rightfully fans take as a given that you want to get. Is there that benefit, or at least does it make things clearer in your mind knowing that securing a home final, finishing outside the 4, has that benefit of the support at a call?
Yeah, there's benefits to both. Finishing top 4, you get a second chance, but getting a home semi is really good. But again, we just want to build our game over the next 2 weeks. So whether we finish anywhere in the top 8, we're playing good footy and we're getting better every week, and we're doing the things that win finals games. And I think we're well on the right path there, and we've just got to keep building towards that.
Kurtman's injury on the weekend, how much of a loss is that?
Yeah, it's not ideal. Kurt's one of our senior players. He hasn't got the C next to his name like Critter does, but he's almost as influential as Critter. He's been around a long time. When he talks, our guys listen, and he's going to be a big loss to us. But as soon as he came off the field, he said he was going to join the coaching staff and help out anywhere he can. So he'll be a valuable asset. And we've got Josh Curran coming back from injury this week as well. So good replacement there.
And how is Kurt doing personally? Obviously, he's been so good for the Doggies this season, and to get knocked out for the rest of the season now, it must be heartbreaking for him.
Yeah, I've got to say though, he just thought about team first and how he could help, and that was really clear in how he was speaking after the game, and he's actually getting surgery right now. So hopefully that surgery goes well, and he's a big part of our club, and we can't wait to get him back in the facility.
What do you want to carry on about the Stephen Crichton tackle last year?
Carry on, it's out of our control. Obviously, there was no malice in what Critter was doing. He just stood there and held his ground, but there's rules around that now, and he's taken the plea, and we'll get on with business, and he's going to be able to work on himself over the next week and a half and get himself ready for that Cowboys game, and I think it'll do him a benefit in the long run. But you know, it is what it is at this stage of year, and there's plenty of guys charged over the weekend, and you just got to deal with that.
Was there any world where you might have rested him in one of the next 2 weeks anyway ahead of the finals, just given the workload he'd been through this year?
Possibly, but we hadn't thought about it. You know, we're as I said, we're trying to build as a team. You know, I feel like we're just getting started on some areas. Our attack's built nicely over the last 5 weeks, and Critter was becoming a big part of that. And we've only played 20-something games together as a group, so it's not like we've had years and years of experience together. And you know, he'll still keep getting the reps of training and get a long prep into the Cowboys game.
And do you take a bit out of the way you played against Brisbane when you didn't have him, but arguably that was your best game, or close to your best game?
Yeah, I think Newcastle up there was another one. We were missing a lot of players, and Critter was one of those there. And the Brisbane game, obviously, without him, and you know, that's what we've done well this year as a club. But you know, we've had that next man up mentality, and guys have come in and got an opportunity and done a good job. So it'll be no different this week.
Cam, can I ask, when you were back at Penrith, that was when Tom took away, which was on his absolute hot streak, and there were a couple of games there where Penrith probably handled him better than anyone else did during that period. And like at the moment, it feels like he's getting back to playing that footy, or close to that footy he was playing back then. Like, can you carry things across from that time at Penrith and how to nullify him on Friday night?
Yeah, well, you're not going to nullify him completely, but you got to be really aware of where he is and how he gets the ball, and do your homework on him, and then you got to be prepared to defend as a team. And you know, that's something we've done really well this year, is making sure we're connected and defending as a team. And he's a guy that really tests that part of your game, and it'll be great practice for us.
The fact that you have similar defensive systems to Penrith, does that bode well for, like you say, being able to contain him when he, like, you know, especially in not broken play, but I guess it's not about kick returns for him, right? Like, it's when he gets the ball in the middle of sets, he's really dangerous.
Yeah, but it's 80 minutes of concentration. You can have the best plan, the best system, whatever, but it's 80 minutes of commitment and concentration, and if you take a play off, he will find you. So, as I said, it's going to be a great test for us. If we want to play in these big games at the end of the year, we're going to play guys like Tom, and he'll give us a great test on Friday night, and we can walk away. I'm sure we'll learn a few things, and we'll go from there.
Going up against Manly, obviously Manly are known to be very quick and speedy at the outside backs, with Tommy Turbo, Levi Hopewade, Jason Saab. Do you sort of go about training differently in terms of defence? Obviously, you guys are the best defensive team in the comp, but do you go about defending differently?
It's a good question. Might find out Friday night, but we're pretty fast ourselves, so we've done a good job defending as a team this year and sticking to our system and our principles, and I don't see any reason to change that on Friday night.
Cam, obviously been very process driven in terms of the way you approach not only games but just taking things 1 week at a time. Do you allow the guys to kind of embrace the fact that you're riding this wave of support, whether it's some supporters and momentum as well into the finals? Yeah,
we do. We as I said before, we are really aware of the support in our community and the joy we're bringing Bulldogs fans at the moment, and we've showed our players glimpses of that along the way and really shown them the impact they're making, and our guys are thriving on that. And it's been really important this year that even when we lost our first 2 games, we were celebrating little wins along the way, and we haven't changed that. Even though we've won a few in a row now, we're still looking at little wins we're having along the way and celebrating those little wins. And at the moment, those little wins are adding up to some big wins, and we're going to continue to celebrate those little things.